evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, and everyone in between, of course. Welcome back to Match of the Week as I belch into the microphone so unprofessionally. Let me take a swig of water to fix that. Good. We're back here with the 2002 League featuring two very, and I mean very good teams. I hear this is some pretty big division bragging rights are at stake here in the 2002 League. We have the Atomic Oysters versus the Sin City Dice. The Sin City Dice are 8-1, and the Atomic Oysters are 7-2. Should the Oysters win, there will be 3 teams 8-2 in the Metro League. But if the Sin City Dice win, they will be atop the leaderboards in the Metro League. So JR's got some heavy lifting to do if he wants to stay intact with that #1 seed amongst himself, Whiffspree, and Ferb Fletcher and the Elwood City Grebes. But I think I've done a lot of talking. I think it's time to play some baseball. This game is brought to you by absolutely nothing except for the pizza that I'm eating right now, because it is really, really good. But enough about that. Let's play some baseball. All right, there it is, the Atomic Oysters and the Sin City Dice. You will take a look at these very nice logos. One was made by hand. The other one is from the 1997 game. That just they just decided not to have this team in the sequels to this game, which I'm just like, what? How? Why? You missed a very great opportunity here. And so JR was like, I'm bringing these guys back when it was announced that modded teams were a thing in this league. So let's go ahead and play these videos. Let's see how loud they are. Hopefully they're not too loud. Ooh. I'm going to turn this one up just a little bit. Oof. All right. We are underway here. Kenny Lofton leads off both games. Linda Potter is the starting pitcher on both games. User Linda Potter is doing some good pitching. Meanwhile, Kenny Lofton gonna hit an easy single to right field. AI Kenny Lofton strikes out, however, to the hands of user Linda Potter in 4 pitches. Then we got Zoe Mallory. A little blooper. Let's see if Lofton will make it to second. Yes, Zoe Mallory, not so lucky. Second batter for the AI dice is Pamela Kirkos. The user dice, that honor goes to Tanya Letzko. If you wanted to know who the other players are on this roster, I will tell you right now. The Sin City Dice. A good shot into left by Tanya Letzko. That will hit up against the building. Kenny Lofton will easily score. It is a 1-0 ball game already. Tanya Letzko thinking about third. In a pickle, but she will end up in third. She might have a chance at an inside the Parker. The throw home. Not in time. Tag not applied. That is an inside the park home run for Tanya. Let's go. Meanwhile, caught stealing, I believe, was Pamela Kirkos. Meanwhile, user Pamela Kirkos is going to hit a ground ball to the shortstop, but she'll make it in time to first base. The dice consist of Omar Stefano, Pamela Kirkos, Arlene Perez, Zoe Mallory, Tiffany Bosworth, Tanya Letzko, who hit that home run, Jeremy Burnitz, and Molly May. Perez lines out to short, but Pamela Kirkos reaches first in time to avoid the double play. And here comes Burnitz. Good power threat. Doesn't seem like he wants to hit power, but he does. A very sharp line drive. I would say that's a powerful line drive. Will Pamela Kirkos run home? Yes, she will, and it is 3-0. But the Oysters are back up to the bat for the first time. Back up to bat after waiting for a week, I'm sure. Leading things off for the Oysters is Victor, and I have not seen this player a lot, so I think it's either one of the custom players, or I just don't know that much about this game. KO Tool is going to hit a fly ball into left. It is caught, and Victor Vaughn will go back to first base. Victor Vaughn is that player over there. Runners at the corners for the Dice, and there's 2 outs, and Omar Stefano is going to use an undergrounder immediately. Meanwhile, Zenon Estrada, the ever so dangerous power hitter that everyone in this league, no matter what division, has come to know and fear. A pop-up. That is straight up in the air. What will happen? Who's going to catch it? Is anyone going to catch it? It's foul. It's just barely foul, so Zenon Estrada is going to have another chance. Joining him on the Dice is Linda Potter, Cindy Chain, Randy Uno, of course, Victor Vaughn, Debbie Nagasawa, Jack Doyle, Holly Franklin, and K.O. Tool. That one's going to go into the big gap over in left field. Will that be enough for a home run? No, it is further up north. That is just going to be a double, but it's another run, and now they got runners in scoring position. It looks like Whiffspree is going to use all of his power-ups right now. Tiffany Bosworth. And she looks at ball number 1. Zenon Estrada, unfortunately, hits this one into the ground. Victor Vaughn will make it to second. Zenon will make it to first. And there's 2-1 with only 1 away. And Debbie Nagasawa is up now for the Oysters. Doesn't look like a too successful screaming line drive, as the center fielder was easily able to field it, but a run does score again, and the Dice have gone through the entire lineup. So a very good top of the first for the Dice. So Kenny Lofton, with runners on base, can afford a line drive if he ever so wanted to. And it looks like he wants to. He would normally go grounder, especially on cement, but with this run, might as well go for it. He's got a decent bat. Nagasawa grounds it. Ooh, it's off the glove of the third baseman, and that's a double play! The AI Dice, with a heads-up play by AI Zoe Mallory, gets a double play in, and the Oysters are in danger. Now both teams are pitching, so it's time for a little pizza break. I feel like now's a good time to see who everyone thinks is going to win. So I'm going to put a poll up. Modded names and teams, yes. That is a thing that's that is possible thanks to B file editing and a lot of work in Python, I'm sure. I don't know a whole much about it. I'm going to try and use it for a side league, which you can find out more about on our Discord. But yeah, it is possible. Some good pitching from both Linda Potter and Omar Stefano, as I find out that Whiffspree's game audio is just a little bit louder than JR's. So I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. All right, I'm going to put up the prediction right now. Who do you got? The Oysters or the Dice? Let us know. Go on and place your bets. See who we got. Linda Potter with another strikeout. Linda's got 4. Omar, however, just getting started. The Oysters are back up to bat, and leading things off is Cindy Chang. A grounder. Cindy Chain is fast enough. She might make it the first in time, and she will. The Oysters are back in business in a way. Let's see if this is a good defensive play. Yes. Seem to be off of it seemed to be off of the second baseman's head, but Kenny Lofton was able to corral it. So good play by the defense there by Whiffspree and the dice. Holly Franklin, one of the league leaders in batting average, one of, I'd say I think she's in the top 10 with that 718. Jack Doyle, you may know from John Boy fame, I'm sure. He's in that wiffle ball league, I think. It's either John Boy or some other sports social media empire. You can tell that they're the custom character because they just spoke before going to bat. Jack Doyle's got a good bat, 91 power and 21 contact, which is, I am assuming, why JR is opting for, not only opting for the line drive, but opting to grounder the second time. Meanwhile, AI Jack Doyle hits one up against the wall. Zedden might have a chance to score here, and he will try and score here. He will score here. But no! Jeremy Burnitz with the throw out all the way from second base. I thought since the catcher moved away from home plate that Zedden had a clear shot, but a great defensive play from Whiffspree to keep the score at 5-0. Randy Uno with 2 on now. And Tanya Lesko is also back up to the plate. Tanya had that home run. She is going to try and hit this crazy ball over to center, but an easy catch by who I believe is Uno. We'll put 1 out here for the dice. Meanwhile, Randy Uno has 1 out, but there's 2 on. And she is going to try and hit a line drive. Let's see her do it. She hits one backwards. Meanwhile, Pamela Kirkos. Oh, a miscue. A miscue from, oh dear. Oh no. Is it? It's out of play. In the old game, it would probably be a home run, I think. Well, that is an extra run there for the dice, thanks to some miscues by the AI Oysters. It's 6-0. Randy Uno still at bat for the Oysters. Grounder, foul from Perez. Meanwhile, Uno has a full count. That's a good hit going to left field. It is caught. Nothing is getting past that third baseman. I want to say that's K.O. Toole. No, it's Zoe Mallory. I can only do so much because if I tried to duplicate this tab here, which has all the stats, and if I change the thing from Whiffspree to JR, the other thing will change as well. So I'm kind of stuck. But it looks like Linda Potter is going to use the undergrounder, and she kind of has to because there's 2 outs, 2 on. This is probably the best chance she'll have at getting some runs across. Here we go. This one's going to left. Now, will it continue out into left field? Yes, it will. That's gone. That is a 3-run undergrounder by Linda Potter. And it is now 3-7. I did not see how they got that 7th run, but they did. And the score is now 3-7. I was way more invested in that very lucky undergrounder by Linda Potter. Meanwhile, the dice are done hitting. Victor Vaughn is back up. The speedster that he is. 85 speed, in-game speed a 7. AI Randy Uno just absolutely launches that one. That's probably going to be a double. Or will that ball stop before it goes out of play? No, it will not. So Randy Uno is going to go back to second. A grounder by Victor Vaughn. Will he make it to first? The first baseman is very deep. Let's see what happens. And he's safe. So the Oysters still have a chance here to score more. We got K. O'Toole. O'Toole has 82 power and 54 contact. What is going on over here with the Dice defense here? It seems to be a little miscue there, and runners are safe at the corners. We got AI Holly Franklin, who is a much worse batter than user Holly Franklin. Up to the bat. Omar Stefano. K. O'Toole is going to ground this one. Victor Vaughn is going to be safe at second. K. O'Toole is going to be safe at first. This is very exciting stuff. Zenon Estrada has a second chance here in the bottom of the second. That one's a pop-up. We'll see if the pitcher is able to catch this one. We'll see if the catcher is able to catch this one. She is, and that is out number 3. Unfortunate misfire there from Zenon Estrada. But the Oysters do get 3. And the score right now is Dice 7, Oysters 3. Both teams are now pitching, but it looks like the Dice will be up here soon. Omar Stefano finally using that juice that he very much needed. Here in the bottom of the second, going for that upper slow ball. If you're wondering how good of a pitcher Omar Stefano is, look at that strikeout. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats anyway. We're looking at a 79 slow ball and a 100 right hook. A perfect right hook. You heard that right. Molly May, liner just barely off of Zenon Estrada's glove. Zenon's going to throw the first. Molly May might have a chance at second. No, she's going to get caught in a pickle. She's a little bit faster than the first baseman. But she's going to go back and forth and back and forth. Oh, boy. And there's that power-up that the AI had. The Dice is going to use that to... She is still in a rundown. How? And she's safe at first. Way to avert a run. My goodness. But she has to be absolutely pooped right now. Thankfully, the Dice were only able to advance the runners and not score them. So the Oysters in less trouble right now. However, Linda Potter still got to pitch absolutely perfect. Because you don't know how many of those that she has. Stefano is up for the Dice with 1 on. 2 on for AI Tiffany Bosworth. Looks like a steal. And it looks like they have fooled them. They have fooled JR, and that is going to be a run for the Dice. It's now 2-7. Here in the middle portion of the game, here in the top of the third on both sides. Swing and a miss. Linda Potter shakes that all off and gets her 5th strikeout. Potter has a 79 heat and a 60 slow ball and 65 left hook. Do not even think about trying the right hook. It's just not good. Kenny Lofton is at bat for both sides. This is a very neck and neck sort of game when it comes to like timing and stuff like that. Omar Stefano's going to get caught stealing, and the Oysters are now up to bat on the other side. And it looks like the Oysters are going to come up to bat in the bottom half of the third. And while there is no Zenon, there's Debbie Nagasaga. We have a raid, ladies and gentlemen. What the heck? Thank you very much, Hogan versus Flair, for the raid of 15 people. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! We are the Backyard Sports Center. This is just a way for us to highlight any competitive backyard sports that may be happening. And there's some competitive backyard sports happening right now. We got a offline league where players will all have the same schedule, but they'll play their individual seasons through the league. And you got some, as you can see right now, we got a modded version of the game Backyard Baseball 2001. They're able to put their own team names, their own team logos and stuff, so on and so forth. It's very happy. We are in week 10 of 14 in our Reddit Baseball Backyard Baseball League. We have the Atomic Oysters and the Sin City Dice, who are both doing really well this year. This is a battle to see who will take the lead in their respective leagues. Anyways, let us go back to the action. We're going to focus on the Oysters because their user side is up the bat. We got Cindy Chang. Swing and a miss, strike three. Omar Stefano was able to fool her with that low fastball. Meanwhile, a deep fly ball. Kenny Lofton almost catches it, but can't quite pick it up. A good defensive effort, nonetheless, for the user Dice. They have a very comfortable lead, 7-0 on their side. The Oysters have the lead 3-1 on their side. And the way we do this is whoever has the biggest run differential wins the game. Arena Football Fantasy League. Okay, cool. Ah, gotcha. Yes. Awesome. I had the video game for Xbox a very, very long time ago. Wowzer. Me being from Kansas City, we used to have a team called the Kansas City Brigade, and they used to have their games on TV. I would watch them every now and then. Yes, these are actual people playing. Well, it looks like Kenny Lofton. Oh my goodness, this might be the most Little League infield inside the park home run I've ever seen, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Kenny Lofton, too fast for the AI Atomic Oysters. So the Oysters coach is playing on the left side, and the Dice's coach is playing on the right side. Absolute madness here. Now both teams are up to bat, so I gotta pay very close attention to what's going on. Yes, this is the offline league. There is an online league. We're able to. There is an online feature in the original Backyard Baseball 2001 game, and through modern technology, they've been able to bring that back, and they have a league that's been going on 5 seasons now. They're about to start their 6th. In fact, I believe signups have just now, like just yesterday or the day before, dropped. Is that not right, Jibbo? Am I correct? It looks like we got another. Oh boy, I was so caught up in promoting our material that I missed another Cement Garden special. Woo! The classic left field ground ball home run. Yes, thank you for all the thank you for doing the promotional stuff, Jibbo. I will focus on the game. Randy Uno up for the Oysters. The Dice just hit another home run. It is 10-0. Randy Uno up, bases loaded. Now honestly might be a good time to use that screaming line drive. Unless Randy Uno can't do anything, then it would be a good time to use a screaming line drive. Perez not able to do that much, but Jeremy Burnitz is up. Not Randy Uno's pitch. Probably a good take. Oh, I love it when they pitch at the exact same time. Burnitz off of the glove of Estrada, and that's going to be a base hit. Hitting to right field is just not a guarantee. Little timeout there for JR to breathe in, breathe out. Meanwhile, the Dice have Molly May up. That's a line drive up the middle. That might be a base hit. Jack Doyle, that's his name? He's going to be out, but a run's going to score. It's 1-4. And the Oysters have a 3-run differential. The Dice still have a 10-0 lead, which means the score is Dice 10, Oysters 3. We got a grounder. Burnitz. Will Burnitz be out? No. And Molly May's going to make it to first base since the Dice are still alive here in the top of the 4th. They will just keep on going. Linda Potter had that home run earlier. Is she going to use a power-up again? We will see. We will see. A grounder by Stefano. The shift is fooled, but easy step on second. And 3 more runs for the Dice in the 4th, but that's about it. The Oysters still have a very good chance here. It is also very possible that JR just took this time to use the restroom. KO Tool. Ooh, a good stop by Omar. There's out number 1. No, JR is doing some very intense. Yes, he will go for that screaming line drive. Let's see if Linda Potter, that might be it. Let's see. No, it's going the opposite direction. It's going to hit that brick wall, but Holly Franklin should be able to score. If that was on third base. Randy Uno going to third. And runners are still in the corners, but another run for the Oysters. Yeah, that ball looked a little bit too inside for it to go all the way to left field. Ooh, an ice ball. But she was not fooled, but she was thrown out anyway. Now we got Victor Vaughn. So much going on. It is very hard to commentate 2 games going on at the same time. Victor Vaughn. It looks like they're going to try a little hit and run. That is a crazy pitch. He's going to save the hit and run for another time. He's going to save it for right now. All right, it looks to be a very successful try. Let's see. Oh, but nothing gets past the third baseman. Nothing gets past. I want to say that's... God, who is that? It looks like the Dice are back up. Kenny Lofton's having a really good day. Going to center. Easy catch for out number 2. That was Zoe Mallory. That's third baseman. Who just so happens to be up. And it hits a sharp one to left field. And she's easily making it to first. Very decent player Zoe Mallory is. With 75 power, 60 contact, and an 85 running percentage. There's just a lot of research and kind of development that goes into these leagues. Like the exact stats that the game programmed, you get to learn that stuff if you join these leagues. It's absolutely incredible. Like everything down to, whoa, that's a shot into center field. And it looks like it's going to go over into the ditch, into the alley for a ground rule doubling. Pamela Kirkos is next. She is a triple away from the cycle. Will that one drop? No, it will not. And that's the end of that inning. So no Dice that time around. Let's see if the Oysters can score some. Yeah, they got a coordination stat, an aggression stat, an intelligence stat. They got plenty of stats for that stuff. It helps like the AI do like what it does. And you know what? It is getting close to the end of the game, so I might as well go ahead and do the trivia question of the game, not brought to you by Affleck, not even close. As you see, one of these players is Kenny Lofton. He had a fantastic stint with the Cleveland then Indians, but he has been all over the league. He was with the Indians. He started with the Astros, played for the White Sox for a little bit, the Giants for a little bit, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Yankees, Phillies, so on and so forth. He had a 1992 to 2001, a near like a 9-ish year stint with the Cleveland Indians. However, he did spend 1 year with a different team in 1997, just out of nowhere. What team did he play for in 1997? During his time with the Cleveland Indians. What year did he no, not what year. In 1997, what team did he join? You have absolutely no idea how hard it is for me to do my job without without any notes. This is like I just got off of work. But it is okay. We are here to have fun and watch some backyard baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Got to really step my game up now that someone's rated us. Debbie Nakasawa, deep into left. Is that going to be a Cement Garden special? I don't think it will be. It looks like a double. Yes, it is. But KO Tool will score 6-1. And since they are the home team, they get one extra run because they only hit 5 times instead of the 6 times that the dice do. So the score is now 6-10. Arlene Perez gonna hit this one. Oh, looks like a little bit of trouble out there, but a catch by Linda Potter at shortstop. Cindy Chang unable to make it the first. Jeremy Burnitz up for the dice. 2 singles. Both teams, honest to God, good games thus far, I would say. The dice are down to their last 2 outs. However, Jeremy Burnett's with the easy single. Tiffany Bosworth's going to pitch a very off crazy ball. Just unhittable in every way, shape, and form. That's a deep shot into center. May is going to drop that one. Burnitz is going to reach second. And the dice could make some more noise here in their last inning at bat. Franklin is going to reach first base, and the bases are loaded for Jack Doyle, one of the custom players. There are 10 custom players added into the mix of generics, and Jack Doyle is one of them. All right, let's see. Bases loaded for the Oysters. A grand slam will tie this ball game. Omar Stefano, on the other hand, is going to loop this one into left, but a good catch by the left fielder, Sidney Chang. And the Oysters, the dice are down to their last out. Ooh, that's a good pitch by AI Tiffany Bosworth. Meanwhile, Jack Doyle is still doing Jack Doyle things. That is 2 inside. That one's a little low. Once again, both players are at the bat. That one's foul. Tiffany Bosworth. No, both players are not at the bat. Are they? No, yes, they are. They are. I know what I'm doing. Jack Doyle's going to line this one. Just a little foul. Tiffany Bosworth's going to bloop this one. Will everyone make it? No. But Jack Doyle's going to hit this one into left center. Will it be caught? Yes. Unfortunately, Kenny Lofton is just too good at what he does. So the dice are done hitting. 10 runs is what they are going to have. And that ball goes out of play. I think Zenon's going to stay at second. Hopefully they do not give up any more runs. And that one's going to get past Burnitz, and a run will score. It is 1-7 now. And that one is going to get by the catcher. And another run's going to score. Debbie Nagasawa, on the other hand, is going to hit this one over to Pamela. Pamela is going to not catch it. It looks like the Oysters, the AI Oysters, are going to score a run. But they're able to punish Debbie Nagasawa for her sins. And the score is now 9-8. This game just got a lot tighter. This is some must-see baseball, ladies and gentlemen. This is some must-see sports. A liner. Tiffany Bosworth with the pickup. The throw, the first. Out number 2. KO Tool has not had a hit yet. The dice need to put this one away. They don't want any more damage. Jeremy Burnitz will pick that up and throw to first. And the final score for the Sin City Dice is 9. It's going to leave that there. For some reason, it's kind of stuck on Tanya just standing there. But Linda Potter with 2 outs. Ooh, unfortunate. Tiffany Bosworth with the fastball right in the high outside corner. And the Oysters just have a little bit more work to do in the bottom of the 5th. But first, they must pitch their way through the top of the 5th. Let's see what happens. Linda Potter is going to make an easy put out with Jeremy Burnett's up. Now we got Molly May. Is now a good time for me to say the answer to my question that I very poorly asked. My question was, Kenny Lofton had a stint from 1992 to 2001 with the Cleveland then Indians. However, in 1997, he played for a different team, and that team was the Atlanta Braves. He was an all-star for that team as well. Strike 3, swing and a miss. Linda Potter has 8 strikeouts for the Oysters. Arlene Perez. Swing and a miss. That ball is practically unhittable anyway. How's everyone's back posture? Thank you very much. I needed that. Appreciate it, Tom. Appreciate it. All right. The line drive going into left. Will Sydney Chang recover this one? Oh, she is able to wrangle it back into the field. Had she had missed that, that would have been trouble for the Oysters. That definitely would have been an inside the park home run, probably. All right, looks like the Oysters are making a defensive change now that we got Omar Stefano up to bat. Had a single. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Swing and a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Oysters are going up to bat for the last time. Because they have the lead. Basically, they have to score, I think, 1 run. I think 1 run or 2 runs. One of those 2. And they will have the victory. Or have the lead, at least. If they do not do that, then the Sin City Dice are guaranteed the win. And not only the win, but the Metro League #1 seed. Or at least for now. 1 run. Thank you. Thank you, Jibbo. Jibbo's been in this league since its inception. So he's the go-to guy here for now. K.O. Tool. That is a slow ball. That is a ground ball. Victor is going to get tagged at first. The throw to second. Strike that. Reverse it. Tagged at second. The throw to first is not in time. Zenon Estrada. He's got to go for it. He's got to go for a big one. Tiffany Bosworth. That is a crazy ball. Don't swing at that. This is very exciting stuff. That's inside. 2 straight balls. You wonder if Bosworth is just pitching around Estrada so she doesn't have to worry about it. No, she'll try for it. That's a pop-up. That might be an infield fly. No, it will not be an infield fly because there's only one person at first. So Zenon is unable to do anything. But what about Debbie? What about Debbie Dingers? She has a double and a single. JR is going to play it safe and go for a line drive. Here we go. That's a sharp line drive into left. And it is off of the back of Pamela Kirkos. And K.O. Tool's going to make it to second. Woo! Debbie's going to make it to first. We got Cindy Chang. Gonna have to do some hit and run magic here. Ooh, strike 1. Seems to be a little bit of miscommunication here. Will Debbie make it to first? Yes, she will. This is absolutely intense. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Oysters down to their final strike. Bosworth. Here's the pitch. A grounder, a very weak grounder. This might. And the throw to third is not in time. The bases are loaded. The Atomic Oysters are still alive. We got Holly Franklin now. Franklin has one of the league's best batting averages. So this is good news for them. The only question is, can she bring in a run? Foul ball. Bosworth looking dead into the eyes of Holly Franklin. Holly Franklin doing the exact same thing. Even though this is a regular season game, these are two top-tier teams. They mean business. They do not like each other. Tiffany Bosworth, ball 2. It is straight up get on base or lose. Win or lose. There is no ifs, ands, or buts around here. Fouled away. Now it is a Chuck Woolery count. The 2-2, as we call it. That's a tough pitch. That's a pop fly. That one's going to be foul, and that one's going to be caught. And the Atomic Oysters come up short in the bottom of the 5th. Heartbreaking stuff, but the Sin City Dice have won this one 9-1. Excuse me, not 9-1. 9-8. Yes, 9-8. Whew. Very unfortunate ending there. Very heartbreaking, but good effort from both teams nonetheless. Very exciting baseball to see. So the Dice will improve to 9-1. The Oysters move to 7-3. And the Metro League is going to look like Dice 9-1, Grebes 8-2, Oysters and Skeeters 7-3. That's what the Metro League is going to look like. JR still will be leading this. Will be leading their wild card, or at least, yeah, they'll still be leading the wild card. They're still one game behind the Elwood City Grebes and Ferb. But yep, there it is. Your final score: Sin City Dice 9 and Atomic Oysters 8. A very tight game, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we do Match of the Week. This is serious baseball. Woo. Unfortunate choking from Zenon there. Yeah. Absolutely crazy. But a good effort from both of these teams. Tune in next week. We'll have some more Match of the Week baseball. Trust me. Trust me. We will have more of this action here. Possibly same time next week. Possibly not. But we will definitely have more backyard baseball to show you guys. Well, I think we're done here. I think it is time for us to say goodbye and send it over to whoever is playing backyard baseball right now. And that is Miss Bella Cecilia. We have to preface that. I believe she is a more mature streamer, so keep that in mind. I just got that message right now, but that is who we're going to be rating. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week for a Match of the Week. Good night.